Hey, thank you for coming to my stress talk. I'm sorry that you feel a need to be here. But I want you to know that you're going to leave with some tips for calming some of those stress responses and with hope that your life doesn't always have to be this way. First, I want you to think about how you would describe your current stress level. Is it like between 1 and 5? Just get a number in your head. Um, Today, I'm probably about a 2.5, so I'm doing pretty good. Um, but a lot of days I'm like a 4.5. Um, Sometimes I'm a 7. But anyway, you can probably relate to that. Um, but I don't think that when Jesus said that he came to give us life and that more abundantly, that this is what he meant. So, I don't know about you, but I want to have a simpler life where I can just focus on spiritual growth of myself, my family. But all that other stuff gets in the way, just like the world going on around us. Everything just gets in the way. So if you search how to have less stress, you will find so many answers, but sometimes too much information creates overwhelm. And the funny thing about that is that it creates more stress. So you are in the right place if you want to find a stress less way to stress less, because I've done the homework and I've tested it all on myself and I feel so much better. Um, and since we are not into overwhelm, I'll share as much as I can in the time that we have. And then I'll send you a free PDF with the simple ways that work. But if you want to know all the things and take some intentional action toward healing your stress responses, I'm going to tell you about how we can work together and get you a personalized plan at the end of this video. So, most of us wake up to like a needy child or an alarm telling us we have to get to work. It just like starts our day with not just our needed cortisol to wake us up, but also adrenaline going through our body. And we're often on the go all day long. Sometimes we feel like we're not even accomplishing anything, even though we're so tired. We get on social media where we're inundated with messages of doom and gloom, how to be the best mom, how to be the best wife. And of course, everybody has something different to say, how to be a good friend, how to be productive. That if we're not wearing an apron and baking sourdough while we lovingly watch our little feral muddy children playing in the puddles, we're not doing it right on our homestead. Okay. Um, then we have the bigger life-altering stresses like pregnancies, moves, kids moving out, difficult relationships, sicknesses, and so many other events. All of these daily stresses and the major life events can take a toll on our physical and mental health. You may know that I've suffered with migraines for years. I've been to doctors and they all suggested the same things, IUDs and BCPs, birth control pills. I wanted to know the cause of my migraines and fix that, not just mess with my hormones anymore, or just like slap a band-aid on it. I wanted to find the root cause. So when I finally invested in my health by seeking out alternative medicine, which, as you know, costs money, I was actually upset when the acupuncturist told me that I wasn't suffering from fatty liver or a hormone imbalance. He told me I was suffering from anxiety and stress. And I was like, are you gaslighting me? Like, what is going on? Kind of, I was very irritated. I was a little bit mad. I was like, well, I'm glad this was free because your first appointment's free with a coupon. Okay. But I was mad because I thought I had a handle on all of that. When in actuality, I was just stuffing down my emotions and I was not dealing with the circumstances of that in my life. And it was making me sick. I was mad that there wasn't a quick fix, like a supplement. That's what I wanted. Just tell me to take an herb or I need more B vitamins. That's all I wanted, or something to clean my liver up. Okay. But my doctor telling me that I was stressed and overwhelmed and anxious. And then he was asking me about my stress levels a few times a week. My life really started to change. This simple switch of becoming aware turned on and helped me so much. I want to teach you a technique that you can use when you start to feel physical effects of stress. But before that, I want you to just think about one of the biggest stressors in one word. Think about what is the first thing that come to mind when you think about what is stressing you out the most right now. Okay, so action step that I'm going to teach you, it's called PNC. We use the letters so that you can remember it correctly, but the P is for pause. So you're going to slow down and you're going to respond instead of react. Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you reactive? Do you react all of a sudden to something that somebody says or does or whatever instead of responding to that? I do. I'm reactive a lot, but through learning these things, it's really helped me. So the N is for notice. Notice how your mind, your body, your environment, and notice what's going on there. And then you choose. C is for choose. Does feeling this way serve me? By using this technique, stressors like being late have had less of a negative impact on me. I know getting embarrassed or angry that I am late again does not get me there on time. It doesn't. It just makes me mad and embarrassed while I'm getting there. So that thought of why am I like this? It does not serve me. It doesn't serve anybody else either because I can be mean and snappy and reactive to them when I'm feeling that way. The easiest thing for me now is to just call, and that sounds like the simplest thing ever, right? But I wouldn't have called before. I would have just like tried to sneak in and be like, "Oh yeah, I was here." Um, but most appointments, okay, they're running late anyway. So it makes the drive so much easier and less stressful when I'm trying to get to an appointment or something. When I call and I tell them I'm going to be late. Being late to places like church or meeting a friend, now that's a little bit different. And I can be in constant shame mode over that, or I can allow myself some grace. And this is where the mindset aspect of coaching has really made a difference in my self-talk and the way that I treat myself. Um, I wouldn't, I don't treat my friend that way when she comes to my house late. So why am I expecting that she's going to be thinking bad thoughts towards me or people in church, most of the time people don't care. They're just happy that you come, right? So do I want to be late to church? No, I want to fix that in my life and it's something that I'm working on. And I'm also working on being on time for other things too. I am a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. However, being aware of it takes the stress levels way down, way down. Okay. So also I keep oils in my purse. I keep them all over my house, wherever. And I love to just drop some peace and calming on me or some stress away on my wrist and my neck, like right here. I'm always just like rubbing my neck with oils, putting it over my heart, smelling it like that. And it just really helps so much. So now I want you to consider a situation centered around the one that you thought of when I first said, like, think of what stresses you. And I want you to walk through it in your mind and relive it, like play it out in your mind, utilizing PNC. I'm going to walk you through it. So first, pause. Consider how your best authentic self should respond. And notice what you were thinking, how you were feeling, and what was happening around you when your best authentic self is responding. And then choose whether you could change the outcome by thinking about it differently. Ask yourself, do I want to keep feeling this way? Now, there are obviously much worse stressors than being late, but I just want to show you that there are things that we can do in some situations in that moment, like calling. And then there are tools that help us move through the stress in a healthy way, and the mindset aspect of how we treat ourselves. Once we're aware and we know how to better respond, we begin to unburden ourselves from the weight of those heavy emotions. So let's talk more about tools and techniques. Some of you watching this video are my Young Living customers, and I already mentioned using oils during stressful situations. I hope that you use your emotional oils. I used to think that they were just expensive placebos until I tried Stress Away, and it changed my life. When I say it changed my life, I mean like it changed me. It changed who I am. It changed me like something from the inside out. I'm a new, like, you know, just it, oils regenerate your cells. So they help to regenerate your cells. Um, I really think that it just like took all of that negativity, not all of it, there's still some there, but it took a lot of my toxic thoughts, my toxic behaviors, and it helped me detox them because they are lodged in our bodies. Okay. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. I'm reading it. It's very sciencey and it's taken me a while, but those emotions get trapped in our bodies. So the emotional blends like Stress Away, peace and calming, release, joy, valor, hope. There's so many more. They're amazing in allowing our body and our mind to experience whatever word is on that bottle. So once I was on day 8 of a migraine and I remembered hope. It Hope is an oil blend that was created for a woman with chronic pain. And I put it on, on my neck, I put it on my head, anywhere that it hurt. I just kind of like put it all over myself. And within a few seconds, it made me cry. And it was like this huge release, and my migraine went away. It's like it just melted from me. Um, and that didn't happen every time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have needed to go to the acupuncturist. But I know that God led me to the acupuncturist for very many reasons. One was curing my migraines. Another one is to have this information so that I can help other women who are struggling like with chronic pain or just chronic stress like myself. A lot of the things with chronic pain, we don't understand that it's stress that's making us sick. But stress is a leading cause of disease and inflammation and pain. Um, so anyways, uh, that did not happen every time, but oils are often very powerful tools in pain, in emotional release. So there are also oils that work with our physiology in releasing cortisol that is stuck in our bodies. So Idaho grand fir, yes, or balsam fir. Idaho grand fir is one of them. I put a few drops underneath my tongue when I wake up in the morning and then like a couple times throughout the day, and it tastes really weird. However, it works. It really helps. And I've told other people about this and they're like, oh my gosh, I had the best day. And I started with that oil underneath my tongue in the morning. It's crazy, but it works. Okay. Ningxia Red is a supplement drink that is proven to lower stress levels by 35%. That's huge. Okay. It has so many other benefits as well. I did the 14-day reset back in February and my sciatica disappeared. I had had that since before Christmas. Um, I was like hunched over. I was not functioning well at all. And I know that was from overwhelm, that was from stress, that was from me overworking myself before Christmas. Ningxia Red is very it's a great anti-inflammatory supplement and is very high in antioxidants. Um, so that is like a huge recommendation, Ningxia Red. And then there's a supplement called Cortistop that I've been taking and it has made a huge impact. It's formulated specifically for stressed out women. And then we have other techniques like walking, breathing exercises, going outside, enjoying nature, watching a funny TV show. I love The Office. I also love Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec. I am very similar to Leslie Knope, except I am obsessed with oils and supplements and wellness and helping women. Okay. I've got the binders. My house is kind of messy. If you've ever seen Leslie Knope's house, mine is not that bad. But she is like, if I was going to be, if anybody is going to play me or I was going to fit any role on TV, it would be Leslie Knope. Okay. Also New Girl is hilarious, makes me LOL. And I don't know. I just sometimes I'll watch America's Funniest Videos if I need a laugh. I'll watch it with my kids. They're getting a little old. The younger two still like AFV. The other ones are like, I'm gonna go do something else. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna come laugh with me, but it's okay. That's what happens. We all know all the techniques, right? Or all the things that different people recommend for lowering your stress levels. Going to bed earlier, waking up at a certain time, getting enough sleep, whatever. There are a lot of different tips and tricks for lowering your stress. Even what you eat can help with your stress levels. So, I have created an 8-week transformation program in which I will help you become aware of your habits, your patterns, your beliefs in order to empower you in creating solutions to get you better results in your everyday life. I'll help you understand what kind of exercise you need to lose weight if that's one of your goals. So for me, like I am 47 and I find this a lot with women my age. We're gaining weight and we don't know why. And so we'll go on diets and we'll work out. Actually, if you are stressed, you should not be doing that. You shouldn't go all in on a diet or push yourself in certain exercises. So knowing that and knowing what your stress responses are, like whether you're in fight or flight or freeze or fawn mode, that's going to be my job. I'm going to help you um, realize and come with the answers yourself to what you're doing, what your stress response looks like. So if you're commonly in your flight or your fight responses, maybe exercise is going to be good for you. But if you're like a fawner or a freezer, you don't need to be doing high intensity exercises. Okay, at least not yet. Not yet. Okay. So we will work around things like that I have studied and I know how to help in different circumstances because every stressed person does not look the same. Every woman does not look the same. We are different and our circumstances are different, our emotions are different, and how we deal with stress is different. So also what is going to help pull us out of that is different. So that's where I come in and that's where I'm going to help you. Um, so if you are one of my oil customers, I'm going to guide you through using your oils and maybe some supplements to compound the effects that are going on with your mindset and your emotions. So you're going to use your peace and calming, your joy, your stress away, whatever it is that you already have. I'm going to help you use that like in a very strategic way, not just like, oh, just throw it on whenever. I'm going to help you incorporate that into like your daily habits, your daily routines, or when something triggers your mind, you're going to be like, oh, I'm feeling this way. I'm going to go grab that valor. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And also in closing, like you and your family, you deserve the best. We have one life. Okay. And if you've been struggling, wondering if you can ever feel better again, maybe this is exactly what you've been looking for. And I want to help. I know I can help. So if you are ready to learn more, go to my website, thesarahcorbin.com/shop and book a free appointment. We'll just talk about it and you can see if you are interested in joining my program. And if this isn't something that you're interested in right now, maybe you know somebody who needs help dealing with her stress. So would you please just pass this video on to her or let her know where she can reach me? I'm on Instagram. I think that is the Sarah Corbin with some underscores, maybe a 77 in there. Facebook, send me a friend request. And I do talk more about stress on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, get over there because I give tips almost every day on stress and I educate on that. So anyway, thank you so much. And I really hope to talk to you soon. And I would love to sit with you face to face 8 weeks in a row and talk about how you can get a lasting transformation and a handle on the stress in your life. Okay? Thank you.